This is Logan Wilfong.
This is Hunter Campbell.
And we decided last night, after reading the comments and the likes and all this on a picture that a friend of ours posted on Facebook, that there is a huge, huge misconception about the behavior of men in general. It seems that women just don't necessarily understand that all these myths and rumors and things that you hear about guys are not necessarily 100% true. And that's why we're here. We're going to bring some light into that.
Yes, it seems that through reading all these things on Facebook, we have seen for years, and also that we've heard for years from women that men are whores, and though some of that may be true with one douchebag or two you may have dated in your lifetime, but just know that not everything you see on Jersey Shore is real. We will also get to the point that not everything on The Notebook is real. We will dispel many myths throughout that we have heard. And this is the start of our show, The Modern Gentleman.
Okay, the first topic, first man or myth that we have to bust here is a picture on Pinterest. This is the picture that our friend posted on Facebook that started this whole issue, and it was actually kind of funny because on the comments, while we were commenting on this picture, arguing the point that she was trying to make with our point, I said, I'm going to launch a TV show about this. Hunter said, for real, let's do it. And that brings us to now. Anyway.
And to be frank, this is not Guy Code. Completely different show.
As you can see in the picture, you have obviously a dude, possibly a lesbian, texting Babe 1, Babe 2, Babe 3, and Babe 4. It's a group message, which isn't going to work because it's clearly an iPhone, so let's just hope for his sake it's on an iPhone 4, because then you see all the numbers that you sent it to, and he's really just going to be screwed at that point.
I've made the point that I think that a woman was trying to be funny and just put it on Pinterest to be funny. Because this is clearly a joke only a woman would find funny, because, like we've said, all women think men do this.
Okay, so he's sending this group message, and the text that he's sending says, "Trust me when I say this, I love you and only you." As you can see, the caption, that sounds like a guy for you, right? Okay. There are 35 people that like this, all of which were female. Every single one of them. That's ridiculous. That means that the little small area that we live in here in Central Texas, 35 people that we personally know all had this misconception that all guys are doing things like this. And that's not true. That is not true. First of all, I don't know any guy that would want to have 4 girlfriends at once. I can barely keep up with one. It's misery. I can't even come up with that many lies if I wanted to.
Yeah, exactly. It seems like, well, obviously, if someone did do this, they obviously don't have a job, or not in any sports.
Don't go to school.
Don't go to school.
Have no friends.
Yeah, that's another thing. A guy can barely, personally, guys we know, can barely make time for their friends and their girlfriends. So how is one guy going to possibly make time for 4 and his friends? So obviously this is not a bro if this is a guy. Which okay. I still don't think it is.
Problem solved. Obviously he's not looking for a serious relationship with any of these girls, because he's saying the exact same thing to all 4 of them. Okay, if you say one thing to your ex and go and turn around and say it to your new girlfriend, that's fine. It's still a little sketchy, but the fact that you're not saying it to them at the exact same point in time makes it that much better. Okay, you can say that. Just don't make a habit out of, don't have your one line that every girl, your exes meet up and they're like, oh yeah, gee, he say that to you too?
How could he possibly be texting 4 girls that are not going to, say, oh, I'm talking to this guy? And if he loves them, he must be dating them at some point. So either these are girls from a different town, or, like I said, this is just not possible.
4 girls? Really? If you don't want a serious relationship with a girl, you can find one girl that puts out 4 times as much as any other girl, and you don't have to tell her I love you if that's all you're looking for. Yeah. You don't have to lie. That's another thing. The guys that do this don't understand that there is an easier way.
So guys like this tend to make guys like us mad, because usually They're hitting on either girls we like or girls we are dating. No one is this dumb.
It doesn't make you look cool. Nobody really thinks that's cool. Like, I know guys that would do something like that, and they're like, "Oh yeah, dude, this weekend I went and I hooked up with this one girl," and I'm like, "Don't you have a girlfriend?" He's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Oh, well that's cool." You know, that doesn't mean I actually think it's cool. Nobody thinks that's cool. Okay, topic 2. Topic 2. Second topic.
Gonna be a lot of editing.
Second topic. Here's another serious point that was brought up. When a woman does something, then it's totally horrendous if a guy does the same thing.
This has me mad because look,
double standard.
Yes. Look, like what I don't get is how if a guy posts a picture on Facebook of like a hot girl, he's a pervert or a creep. If a girl puts a picture of some hot dude, it's like cool to all the other girls. Like, oh yeah, I like him, but guy does it. We can't do that. It's perverted. That doesn't make any sense. Another thing I've noticed, I don't know about you, that girls will watch a movie just because a hot guy is in it. I have never met a man in my lifetime that will watch a movie, even if it sucks, like Twilight, just because a hot girl is in it.
That's not entirely true. I did go see Sucker Punch just to see Emily Browning.
Well, no, that was a good movie.
My bad, though, on this situation. I took my girlfriend with me.
Yes.
She hated the movie.
That was a guy movie, though. You gotta think all the action.
It was a dude movie.
Yeah,
it was a dude movie.
I thought it was it was the best movie you can have without an actual plot.
It is. It really.
But my point exactly.
Watch Sucker Punch. I totally recommend it. Just don't watch it with your girlfriend.
And guys will also not listen to an artist just because she is hot. Girls will listen to an artist just because they think that he's hot.
Guys that like to watch movies just for the sake of seeing some hot girl in them, okay, they have a solution for this. You don't have to watch the whole movie. Go to MrSkin.com and it will tell you exactly at what part in the movie that girl gets naked, and you can probably find the clip on YouTube.
I don't know about you. I think a guy made this just so guys can look at porn wherever they are.
If you're watching a movie just to see some hot girl in it, at that point, that movie is no longer a movie to you. It becomes porn. Yeah. Do you want your girlfriend sitting next to you while you watch porn?
I mean, seriously, what guy ever would do that? Girls, you need to stop. Watch good movies, and if there's a hot guy in it, enjoy it, but don't talk about it. Like, how annoying is it when you're watching a movie with your girlfriend and she talks about how hot the guy is? She can do that.
It sucks.
Yeah, it does suck, doesn't it?
Oh, man. The girl in that movie is so hot, she's just like, cool. Too bad you're not that guy right there on screen having sex with that girl. It's not going to happen.
Don't get too mad about it, but...
Yeah, like...
but if you're just... Like, this is the first date you're going with this person, you're sending them the wrong impression of you. Like, yeah, if you're used to each other, it's fine because you're in a relationship for a very long time and you trust each other. A person asked, why do some guys take the gay flexing with their shirt off in the mirror pictures? Logan, you can answer this very well.
Okay. Back in, I don't know, like 8th grade to sophomore year, I would take these pictures of myself with my shirt off in the mirror. You may ask yourself why. I don't know about any other guys, but for me, the reason was because I had some serious self-esteem issues. I was pretty insecure with the face part of me. But then I would go and I'd, like, flex my stomach and I'd be like, oh, hey, yeah, look, I got abs. So to take the attention away from my face, I just took my shirt off as much as possible. And it seemed like a pretty good solution. And another thing is, you walk into a Abercrombie or Hollister or American Eagle or any big, like a nice clothing store like that, what do you see? You see pictures of dudes with their shirts off. They put them on the guy bags even.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm tired of Hollister always giving me a bag when I try and buy something there. And it's got a picture of 2 half-naked dudes. That is not my demographic. I don't want to see that. The only reason they do that is because they know girls will shop there.
This contributed to the shirtless picture trend pretty hard, just for the simple fact that a guy, when they put that picture on your bag, and you're sitting here and you go to get your clothes out of the bag, you're going to see the naked person on your bag. I mean, that doesn't mean you're going to sit there and eyeball them, but you see them, okay? You notice what's on your bag. But you see this person and you think, huh, well, I shop at Hollister, so I should look like that.
Hey, if you shop at Hollister, average girls can get guys with really ripped abs.
If you shop at Hollister, this is what you will look like when you take our products off. It's like a douchebag mating call. You have like a slut whistle, and they all just like flock to you.
A slut whistle.
A slut whistle. You take your picture with your shirt off. You think you're gonna get laid because you have abs. It doesn't actually work like that.
Girls, y'all complain about douchebags. Well, y'all date guys that are douchebags who do this. That's who y'all date. This is the main problem. It's not every guy is a douchebag. It's that you date a douchebag over and over and over again.
And we know you've heard all of this before.
Well,
okay?
That's, you know why?
But
it's true.
It doesn't seem to really soak in. It's like, why aren't there nice guys out there? You know? Well, that's obviously because nice guys aren't the ones taking douchey pictures of themselves on Facebook. Okay? Look for the good-looking dude that still has all his clothes on, that doesn't, like, demean every girl that he talks to.
I'll be dating a girl, she's like, oh, you're the greatest ever, you're so sweet. But, like, you know, you break up, and you're the biggest douchebag on the planet for no reason. They just think because you're not dating them anymore, you're a douchebag.
After a breakup, the guy is the bad person. Always. I'm not just saying all this to try to make women look bad, because that's not what I'm going for. I'm not trying to justify the things that they say and prove them wrong. I'm just trying to prove the myth's wrong, okay? The fact is, after somebody breaks up with somebody, the guy is not always the bad person. After you break up with somebody, the guy will tell his friends something that happened, and that's why they broke up, and all the guys are like, oh, well, yeah, she's a bitch. The girl will go and tell all her friends what happened and why they broke up, except in her point of view. It's all about perspective, okay? So when the girl will tell her friends what happened, all the girls are like, man, that guy's a dick. All guys like to get laid. That's just a fact.
Having sex at a party when you were drunk and a guy has sex with you, that is not rape or getting taken advantage of. That is called, you went to a party, got drunk, and you agreed to have sex with somebody.
I was 15, and I went to this party, and I was raped by a 19-year-old guy. That doesn't sound like rape at all. It sounds like you drank too much, and you're an idiot. Maybe, before you tell your dad to drop you off at the party, you should really consider what you're getting yourself into. You go to a party, if you're the only girl at a party, and you plan on getting completely, belligerently intoxicated, just totally annihilated, you really might want to consider where the place you're at, okay? If you get hammered and find yourself in a sketchy situation, you leave. Just because they bought beer does not mean you owe them anything. As wrong as it is not rape. That's just a really douchebag thing to do. That's just taking advantage of the situation, but it's not by any means rape. Because if you said yes, then it's not rape. Now, if you were passed out, hammered, drunk, and then you got raped, that is probably rape. An anonymous viewer has submitted the question, why do guys act like they have feelings for you, then all of a sudden don't feel that way anymore? But instead of a question mark, there's an exclamation mark. You know who you are, dumbass. And honestly, the reason that guys act like they have feelings for you and then all of a sudden don't feel that way anymore is most likely because there's another girl that they like more than they like you. It's not that they don't like you anymore, it's just that they like somebody else more than you.
And also, that doesn't mean he was texting a bunch of girls. It means, you know, when you're talking to someone and when you're texting someone, difference.
That also doesn't mean that it's your fault. That doesn't mean that you should beat yourself up, and it doesn't mean that you're ugly. It doesn't mean that you're not good enough.
Yeah.
Most likely, the chances are, it just means that he thinks somebody out there is going to put out more. And in that case, when things like that happen, that probably means you're going for the wrong kind of guy. So if that's repeatedly happening to you, you should probably change something, because they're not going to change on their own. People that do that need a little bit of time to mature.
Yeah.
Anyway, a point that I personally want to talk about is girls that try to look like sluts just for the sake of attracting guys. It doesn't work. Okay, well, I mean...
It works.
It works.
Just the wrong
but
kind
in
of
the long run...
Wrong kind of attention.
In the long run, it's not working out for you simply because... well, you want to know why guys are douchebags? It's because you dress up like a slut, and all of a sudden, they just attack.
Yeah, you know, if
Attack!
you're wearing 10 tons of makeup and with a low-cut shirt with your tits hanging out, I mean, you're going to attract the wrong kind of guys. Well, you're going to attract every kind of guy, actually, but mostly the ones that are douchebags and say stuff, you know, are going to be...
I want you to lay your head on my shoulder while we're at your house on the couch watching TV, but I don't want to take half of your face with me home on my shoulder.
That's the word.
And not only that, not only are you just trying too hard, but you also just ruined our favorite shirt.
Yeah.
So, thank you for that. Another thing is, wear your ass shorts around the house. Don't wear them in public, okay? Because you have to remember, next time you go to Walmart with your ass hanging out of the bottom of your shorts, it's not just the, you know, real good-looking guys that hang out at Walmart that are seeing your ass hanging out. It's also the really unattractive 60-year-old perverse men. If you're trying to attract guys by wearing as little clothing as possible, chances are it's working just towards the wrong audience. Well, the nice guys are going to be the ones that, if you're walking around with no makeup in your sweatpants, they're still going to think you're hot. If you're trying to get dolled up for some guy, and he only treats you nice when you look good,
they're the wrong kind of dude.
You probably need to just cut your losses and GTFO, bud. Just the fact that you're comfortable enough around me to not have to be dressed up. That's what's attractive.
Mm-hmm.
If you're comfortable, you're confident, and if you're confident, you're attractive. That's just how it works. Like, guys do it too. We go after the wrong girls. We go after the girls that want the guys that we are trying to not be like, because they say they don't want those guys anymore, but yet they're still going after them. Really confusing. Point being, like, you have your girls here, your douchebags over here. These girls are going for this guy, but they say they don't like this guy. So you're up here not being this guy, but they're still going, when they go for you, they change their mind and decide they like this guy better. It's just...
It's kind of like girls who say they don't like drama. They're always the ones that start it.
It's just one giant clusterfuck.
Actually, I think you've been there a lot, actually.
More than this many times. Alright, this is my little brother Mason. We wanted to have a new perspective on here. So we're going to let him answer some questions.
Oh my god, those guys are nerds.
So what are some problems with 6th graders nowadays?
Too much threatening.
Threatening?
Yes.
That doesn't explain.
My friend Robert, he apparently texted this kid, and apparently he said that he was using my phone, so he said I hate you. Well, the dude, he thinks he's all gangster. He says I'm gonna kick your white butt. He walks away, and then I'm like, well, that was just a complete failure.
Okay,
So basically what you're saying is people will, in fact, threaten you but never go through with it.
Yes.
as far as 6th grade girls go, explain the problems with 6th grade girls. Not for my sake. I'm not interested.
Too gossipy. A lot.
They gossip too much.
Yes, a lot.
What do you think they should do about this? Gossip.
Shut their face.
Sounds good, sounds good.
Yes. And, keep it to themselves.
That's a good, yes, very good.
It's good advice.
Yes.
You hear that? This can also be applied to every girl or guy. When you want to gossip, just keep it to yourself, because most of the time, it's not true.
And on top of that, usually, nobody really cares. I mean, just because I say it's a cool story, bro, doesn't mean it's actually a cool story, bro.
Yeah.
Moral of the story. Story.
Let me see.
Just give one good piece of advice to 6th graders.
Okay, imagine your dreams. Try to think it through. It'll come true. If it don't, shut up and don't whine about it.
I actually kind of like that.
I think Buddha said that. I could be wrong.
Alright.
So what have we learned today?
Man-whoring. Just because
One guy does it, doesn't mean all of them do it.
don't let one single person completely destroy your outlook on all guys. Or girls, for that matter.
Now double standard.
When you're about to do something, anytime that you decide you're going to do anything at all, ask yourself one thing. Would I let my girlfriend do this? And if she did, would I be mad about it? If the answer to that question is yes, you should probably reconsider what you're about to do. Shirtless dude pics. You only take a shirtless pic if you're wearing swim trunks by the pool. Okay? Do not take a picture of yourself in your bathroom mirror with your shirt off. It was cool in 8th grade. It was cool on MySpace. It's not cool anymore. Avoid it if at all possible.
It's party sex, not rape.
Not rape. If you go to a party and you get completely inebriated and have sex with somebody, but you're too embarrassed to tell other people about it and you don't want to look like a slut, don't say you were raped.
Just don't bring it up.
Because you will completely ruin somebody's life by doing that. Just take responsibility. The slut suit. You do not put your slut suit on and go out in public like that. Because number one, it's inappropriate. Number two, you're attracting the wrong kinds of guys. And then you wonder why you only get douchebags. Bro tip of the week. This is bro tip number 1423. Everybody makes mistakes, bro. Just try not to date them.
Yeah, don't try and date them. Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt, prove it. So, this has been Modern Gentlemen. I'm Hunter.
I'm Logan.
Good night.
How do we get out of here?